good. Okay, it's 7 o'clock, and I will call the meeting to order. We can have roll call.
Chairperson Hefner,
Here.
Associate Chairperson Wagner McGee,
Here.
Commissioner Davis,
Here.
Commissioner Wofford, excused, Commissioner Willoughby,
Here.
Commissioner Villery, absent, and Commissioner Mills is excused. We have a quorum.
Okay, we'll do the invocation and the pledge of allegiance.
Dear Lord, thank you for letting us gather here tonight to discuss the business of the city. Please guide us as we make decisions that do affect the citizens and probably the surrounding communities as well. Please watch over us as we travel home. Help us get there safely. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
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 Pledge
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag.
Oh,
I pledge allegiance to Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
They changed it on us.
she's new. Okay. Do you have an update for us?
I do. The report that is given to City Council is in your packet, and it just outlines what the Community Services Department did for the month of September. We had 247 total permits. 3 of those permits were new residential homes. We collected $80,649.26 in fees. We completed 231 inspections, and we approved 1 final plat, which was the Santa Fe Villages plat, and 1 minor plat, and that was Blessed Acres, which was 4 lots and 1 block. And that was our major activity for the month of September.
Where's Blessed Acres?
It is off of 28th Street.
Oh, okay.
It's gonna be on a private road. There was the old well site that they're doing a family compound on. Y'all have questions?
Thank you for the update. So we'll move on to citizen comments. Any person with city-related business not on this agenda may speak to the commission. Time is limited to 3 minutes in compliance with the Texas Open Meetings Act. The Planning and Zoning Commission may not deliberate on the comments. Personal attacks will not be allowed, and personal matters should be addressed with the city manager during normal business hours.
And we have no citizen comments.
Okay. Move on to approval of minutes for the March 31st, 2025 special joint meeting, July 1st, 2025 regular meeting, and September 9th, 2025 regular meeting. Any changes or comments on the minutes?
I move that we approve the minutes from the March 31st, 25, the July 1st, 25, and the regular meeting on September 9th.
Second.
Do we need a roll call or just?
Yes. 1 second. Okay, Chairperson Hefner,
Yes.
Associate Chairperson Wagner McGee,
Yes.
Commissioner Davis,
Yes.
Commissioner Willoughby,
Yes.
Commissioner Villery.
Yes.
Motion approved.
On to the next item of business, which is old business. Discussion and direction, review of proposed RFQ for changes to the Unified Development Code. Do we read both of them at once? Number 2 as well? Or take care of them item?
We'll just do item 1.
Okay,
And then we'll just do.
okay, got it.
Quite a job.
Right.
I only got through a part of it. I'm sure Ms. Lindy, you have some comments.
Well, I think
Okay.
we've already discussed them, for page, we're talking about the Iowa, the
Yeah.
Iowa
Oh,
colony, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, other than what was in there, we had already discussed them, the items on page 5 and 6, so whenever you have.
Mm-hmm.
Hit us with all your purple marks. Go ahead.
Well,
Mm-hmm.
That's okay.
Tell us what page, and let's go.
I thought it was just a question. So, the first introduction of purpose, page 3.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so where the, like the second sentence, or the
Mhm.
second line, where it says specifically including the update to and incorporation of the subdivision ordinance and zoning ordinance. I mean, we're not going to update, they're not going to update the subdivision ordinance.
No, we're just doing.
We're
the
going to
zone.
update it, they're going to incorporate it into ours, right?
So theirs operates under one chapter altogether. Ours operates completely separately. So the only thing that they will be doing is just the zoning ordinance, and then we're handling our subdivision ordinance
Okay.
on our own.
So that just needs to be removed there, and y'all may have already taken that out.
Yes.
Okay.
So where appropriate, it's being amended to comply with what we're doing.
Correct.
The next, same paragraph, I was asking, it talks about a zoning district and use regulations, site development. I was wondering if we should include things like, including sidewalks, parking, lighting requirements, or if the site development and design standards, if that language is encompassing enough. Should we specifically spell out sidewalks, parking, lighting? Just a question.
We can make it encompass whatever you guys want to. So if you feel like it would be better for us to break it down and say that design standards are going to encompass sidewalks, lighting, and all of the things that the corridor development standards cover, we can absolutely do that so that they fully understand what we're expecting from them.
It's a good idea.
Yeah, because otherwise it's like you have a certain standard, then it stops as soon as Iowa Colony starts. It seems like that's better to do it how she said, because then there wouldn't be any questions. If we don't do it how she's suggesting, would it increase the probability that they would show up here repeatedly to try to get things? Or that we wouldn't be able to, say if the sidewalk was a requirement or whatever, but we didn't put it in specifics for them.
But this is an RFQ for someone to take a look at our zoning ordinance and review it. I just want to make sure that they know we want to review this is not for like the public to come in and request sidewalks or.
No. Yeah, no, I'm not.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know where they'd get the funding for all that, but no.
Yeah, we can break it down.
And then the next paragraph, I would like to add, past the semicolon, where it says are easily understood by administrators, are easily communicated and understood. I want to make sure that we're able to communicate that, or they're able to communicate it to us. And then I'm assuming you're going to take out all the subdivision stuff after that.
Yes.
And then additional background, do we have on page 4, do we have a proposed paragraph on that?
I haven't tweaked any of our stuff in it yet.
Okay. I'll just send you, let me just read what I have. That we currently have an estimated population of, and I put 13,238, that's from 2022 because I don't know what it is today, with an estimated growth of 0.7%. This all came out of the comprehensive plan. I was just trying to summarize it.
Santa Fe is located in Galveston County, is currently owner dominant, 75%. With a current median age of 41.9, Santa Fe is an older, less diverse city with a median home value of $191,600. And then I thought maybe we could include the vision page from the comprehensive plan, because that basically tells us that we don't intend to become the fastest growing city. We want to be careful with our growth and blah, blah, blah. So I just thought we could incorporate that vision as part of it. I know it's in the comprehensive plan, but kind of want to reiterate it.
To
We're
whoever's
not
gonna be
planning-
helping us, they need to understand what.
Right,
what
we're not
trying
planning
do.
to,
Right,
you know,
Right,
win the long,
Right.
you know, slow and steady.
right.
The diagnosis of the UDC, Unified Development Code, the current link that we have on our website says final draft. Is there a link that has the comprehensive plan on it?
There is one, however, when you try to click on it for whatever reason, it fails. I don't know if it's because of where it's trying to link it to, because it goes to something that Rudy had it linked to. I don't know if the link is so large that it dies when it tries to go
I mean,
there.
I can open the comprehensive plan,
You can.
but it says final draft. So
Okay.
I don't, draft threw me off. I mean,
No, that's what we would
I
call
think
it
it,
too.
wasn't it taking
final
too long
draft.
to load?
the comprehensive plan, I thought it was adopted.
It was.
Oh.
So
It
why
was
is it
adopted.
called a
The
draft?
final draft, it means that's the final version. That's.
Okay.
That's.
I
what-
guess I
yeah.
see draft and I'm like,
It's
we're still working on it.
temporary, yeah.
When we're doing legal documents back and forth, when it's the final thing, we say, call it the final draft, but it means
Okay.
final version.
Okay.
Yeah.
I did not take it that
I mean,
way.
That's how we use that when we go back and forth.
But you could open it.
Yeah, I opened it.
Okay, because it's
Just means
stuff like
it's not the actual, I mean, it's not like if it was a legal document.
It's draft, just
Yeah.
threw me off, that's
Yeah.
why I was asking, but no, I opened it,
Yeah.
I was able to look through it.
yeah, because it's several different points. I tried to send the link to somebody and the link failed, but I'm glad to know it got fixed.
Well, now, I don't know if you send it to me if I could open it, I went to the city's website and pulled it from there.
And I had people where I was directing them were saying it was failing, but it must be
It's probably
fixed now, so
something,
that's
they
good.
could be blocked on their side.
Like when I tried to send.
Like
you
if I was
something.
opening it from work, it would be blocked, I couldn't do it.
Hmm.
So
Okay,
something in whatever they're on is blocking. It's-
Is it on our, like, is it stored on our server, whatever, website hosting, or is it like?
I don't want to start lying to you. I'm not sure.
Okay. I was just making sure that it wasn't still with the company that did, that it's linking
No,
over
it's
to
on
there.
there, it's on their
It's-
server, yeah. Yeah, if it's being blocked, it's something to do with
The
whoever's-
person's opening it.
the person that's opening it, their PC or whatever system.
okay. I did not like the entire paragraph where it says comprehensive plan and associated long-range plans. I don't know, just, I'm neither here nor there on that. Page 6, permitting coordinator, I don't know if we have one of those, but we probably have you, community services director.
It's me.
Page 7, second paragraph. I just changed city engineer to city staff and P and Z commissioners. So the consultant team selected to prepare the updated UDC is expected to work in a coordinated and collaborative manner with city staff and P and Z commissioners. I wasn't sure. I guess to me, city staff encompasses like a contracted engineer. That's what we're still doing, right?
Yes, ma'am.
We're contracting with an engineer, so I don't know, neither here nor there, really.
Where, you said 6? Are you on 7?
7.
That was page
Okay,
7.
Sorry about that.
Just a question, we're not going to allow submittals via email or fax, is that correct?
Correct.
That's what this says,
Yes.
okay. And then on page 8, the final document adoption, I was wondering if in the first paragraph, if we should include the SFEDC Says the adoption process will include both the Planning and Zoning Commission and City Council and potentially other boards and commissions such as the Parks and Recreation Board, the Zoning Board of Adjustment. I was wondering if we should include SFEDC, if we were gonna try to include WCID and DD1. I don't know if, you know, they're a separate entity, so I'm not sure how to, we still need to work with them though.
Well, any consultant teams will be working with them, correct?
That's what this is for though, for a consultant to,
Right. So wouldn't it, I think it would make sense to list them.
I would hope they would know that we need to work with them, because we don't provide water and sewer, we don't do drainage, and they may not know that, because some
Right.
cities provide their own water and sewer, so. On the submission response and deadline, this is just a question. It says submit 1 original and 3 hard copies, but we're requiring 8 over here. I don't care how many they get, just
Make it the same.
pick one, make it the same.
I prefer less paper.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the days are more paper, so.
So why are we not accepting it via email?
In the past, people have not sent a hard copy, and when the bids are sent, there is a question of whether something was sent ahead of time and there was knowledge of what the price was gonna be, and then that was shared and someone submitted a lower bid because of what was sent ahead of time. So if everything's sent, sealed, all the bids are opened at the same time, there's not any question as to what was bid, when,
Sure, that
and who
makes
saw it
sense.
when.
Yeah.
I've actually disqualified bids for sending them via email.
Well, now that you say that, whenever we submit bids, there's a system that you will submit them to keep that from happening. I wasn't thinking about just
Yeah.
regular old, I'm gonna email this to Georgia. I was thinking there would be a system, but then we would have to pay for that. It would be an additional expense. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, on page 18, it's just a question about a withdrawal notice that's received after the deadline shall not be considered. We're not gonna let them withdraw if they want to.
Is that what it meant, or did they mean
It says
if you submit your
withdrawal of responses, any response may be withdrawn prior to the scheduling time for opening. Notice to withdraw the response must be in writing and submitted to the city prior to the scheduled time for opening responses. Any response withdrawal notice which is received after the deadline for receiving responses shall not be considered. Seriously, if they withdraw, bye. I mean, I don't want somebody working with us that doesn't want to work with us. I don't know.
Is it because it disqualifies them for some sort of later thing, or?
What if they were trying to withdraw and then resubmit a different bid?
Yeah.
That's what
Don't you think that's the purpose of that?
Something to
But
that
if
effect?
it's,
We wouldn't be able to resubmit if it was already
Yeah,
past the
true,
deadline
yeah.
date.
I don't know, I just thought that was a little humorous.
It
Yeah,
is.
There must have been a reason that's.
There must have been, but you know,
Mhm.
I don't know.
Like you said, they would withdraw the bid and afterwards.
Okay,
come up
here's
with
one.
another bid.
What
Okay.
if you had your friend Buddy that submitted a response for an amount that was, and then he withdrew it and yours became the highest bid?
Yeah.
I mean, that
Yeah.
has to do with some
Yeah,
kind of,
you can finagle.
yeah, it's some kind of finagling.
My brain doesn't work that way, so I can't.
It has to do with somebody.
That's too
cheating.
complicated.
It's
Yeah,
somebody
I just-
cheated the system and you got this in there.
But if somebody's gonna cheat, like, I mean, I don't really wanna work with them anyway.
Yeah.
But
Well,
how
you're
are
not
you
gonna
gonna
work
know?
Well, you
But
wouldn't
you're
be
not gonna
working
work
with
with
them,
that
you'd be
one.
working with the buddy. They got the
Yeah.
buddy to do it.
Well, they're both cheaters.
Right.
But you know that has something to do with somebody cheating the system.
Okay.
It happened somewhere.
I'm sure if there was a reason for it, I'm just like,
It's like that notice on the coat hangers that say do not swallow.
Yeah.
Yeah, coffee, hot. Okay. This day and time. That's, I think, the gist of what I had. Other than, just Galveston County, not Harris County, and things like that, normal stuff.
Anybody else have anything different?
So
Oh,
we
is
can-
the city attorney gonna review that proposed agreement, the actual contract? I mean, I don't know all that legal stuff. The city attorney needs to review that. I looked at it and went, nope.
After they review it, will he present it to, or give it to us to review and then we okay it, or how does that work?
So I'll put everything together, have you guys double check it, just to be sure I didn't miss anything that we've gone over. Then we'll send it over to him, and then we'll put it out for bid, see what we get back and go from there.
Oh, wow.
So we're gonna put in the WCID.
This one took me a little bit.
I think she could give her marked up copies, right?
Oh, well, she doesn't want all this probably. but- And just a little funny note, on page 23,
Janet, don't.
no, if y'all look at number 3, city
Oh, what?
responsibilities. I had to look up that word, and then I determined that it meant possession. First paragraph under A. I was like, what? Do you see what I'm talking about? 3, city's responsibilities, A,
You said page 23?
page 23. Am I not,
Three, isn't it?
it's
I don't
not
have a
3
number
city
3.
responsibilities?
Uh-uh.
My page 23 doesn't look like that.
So what
No.
document are you reviewing?
They deleted the weird
Oh,
stuff
it's in
out
the,
of
go in the
mine.
back, all the way to the back.
I was like,
There's
I
another
took
page,
this
there's
off
2
the,
page 23s.
Oh,
the document that we were sent last time.
Yeah, my page 23 doesn't look like that either.
She's talking about the Iowa. This
Yeah,
is,
I was looking at that.
oh,
Well, okay, so it was a little confusing in what I had copied and what I got off the electronic version.
Here's my page
Oh,
23.
cause remember when I
oh yeah,
printed
that's
it,
not what
it
she
Yeah.
had.
didn't,
That was weird. So anyway, it's under number 3, city responsibilities on attachment, after attachment C.
oh, okay.
I don't know if you'll have that.
Yeah, it's page 22,
22?
the top part.
Oh.
Anyway, I just thought,
I haven't figured out what
I
she's
actually
talking
looked
about
up that word because I'm like, what the heck does that mean? And it's supposed to be possession, I think. It was just kind of funny.
Yeah, it does.
And he's like, nope, don't go there.
Wait, what? I'm missing it. I'm always slow to get the joke, so
Well, I don't know, I just didn't know what the word was.
Can I see what you're looking at? No, I've just got it now.
See?
Okay, come on, pass it over here. We don't have the same
I'm
thing.
like, I mean, I have to Google a lot of words because I'm like, I'm not real, familiar, but that one just.
Oh, there it is.
They must have corrected it by the time we got it.
Ours don't look like that.
It doesn't?
No.
Where did that come from then? I got it off the electronic, off the.
I think somebody sneezed and hit the wrong page.
that's so weird.
It's autocorrect.
So where did I got it off the electronic one that you sent last time.
Maybe that's when I tried to convert it over for, I don't know either.
I don't know what I reviewed then.
We don't know.
Okay, moving
That
on.
makes me wonder, like, what else is in there?
AI.
Well, George will fix it.
She's just testing you to see if you're paying attention to what you're reading.
Yeah.
Oh goodness.
Okay, we ready to move on to second item?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, discussion and direction, review of chapter 8 subdivisions of the city of Santa Fe Code of Ordinances in accordance with chapter 8 subdivisions, section 3.4 amendments.
We were going over sections 1 through 3.
1 to 3.
Cindy, guys.
So,
Do you have that? Yes, I have it, I was just going
Okay.
where your highlights are at.
So do you want us to go by like paragraph by paragraph, or are we gonna go person by person? What do you want us to do first?
I go paragraph by paragraph,
Okay,
if anybody's got something in that.
okay, so for the, 1.1.2, at the end where it says orderly growth and development, can we add the vision statement, what she was just talking about from the comprehensive plan, so we have a better understanding? That makes 3 places that we have this vision statement.
Where's the second one?
the comprehensive plan.
Page 5.
Comprehensive plan, the place where you said earlier, and then here.
Yes, and then here, that'll be 3.
Sorry. I'm tracking that.
Where
Right there.
it's, yeah, where it says orderly growth,
Mhm.
just have the vision statement added somewhere in there.
Okay.
Anybody have anything for 3?
I just have a question for, urban means high density. Is that what we want in there?
No,
Mm-mm.
It says under 1.2 purpose, it uses the word urban
What,
3 different times.
1.2?
Subdivision of
1.2.
land is the first step in
Page
the
4.
process of urban development.
Oh, so we're on to a different paragraph.
Oh, I'm sorry, Wendy. Thought we were on that page.
We are, we're right here.
fix to say, yours says something different again.
Okay,
1.1.2.
sorry.
That's okay. Hold on, we'll let you do that section when
Okay.
we get there.
Okay.
Okay.
So if anybody doesn't have anything additional, we'll go skip down to 1.2 purpose, section 1.2
Do
purpose.
you have anything else?
Any what?
Anything else?
Just that part about what you had talked about, where you have written the water company and,
Yeah.
That's under
Yeah.
1.1.4?
no, that's
Okay.
okay, go ahead.
Okay, so,
Jenny, you done got me all mixed up.
I'm sorry.
Okay. 1.1.2, the purpose, the
okay,
part
that's
about,
where we're at.
yes,
Okay.
and the part where she said at the bottom about how it talks about urban area. The conditions of health, safety, economy, and amenity that prevail in the urban area. Do we still want to use the language rural?
What would that, is there a legal implication in, well, I guess not,
Well, a lot of the city is urban.
Can we put urban slash,
but what would qualify as suburban? Like,
Well, Suburban is what's outside of the city limits.
okay, so it's not,
A suburb
it's
is
not
outside.
based on like population, or,
Urban is when you have,
I think I just
More.
wanna be in denial that we're being.
well, this, you know, part of it is rural and part of it is
It's
urban.
could we put urban slash rural?
No, I don't think you can do,
No.
I wouldn't do both. It was just a question that I wanted to throw out there, because I wanted to make sure that.
Maybe we should choose a different word.
Or when it says in the very beginning of this 1.2 purpose, it says the subdivision of land is the first step in the process of urban development. So anytime you're taking your land and subdividing it, you're turning it into
Into
something different.
urban.
More high
So I think urban is a pro.
And maybe urban is not meant to be taken offense to just
Right.
because we live here and we
Right.
like it the way that it is.
Yeah.
Okay, just
Yeah.
checking.
I think that's
Okay.
appropriate. Next. Ooh, I see
So
some
the
highlights.
program rights.
On the next page.
You.
I like the program rights.
There's something
No, I was just reading that that's
Okay.
what the purpose
If we're
is the
urban,
purpose
what
of
is
this
Houston?
ordinance to implement goals.
Hell.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. It's listed in the
The
same
six
spot
level.
twice. See this right here.
I just got done telling
These
somebody that
regulations
this week, cause I had to drive.
provided by the city's orderly growth, and then it says the same thing here. Promote orderly growth, it's just kind of redundant.
Uh-oh.
But I don't know if that's why it's written like that. I didn't have any issues with any of the vocabulary, cause that's just,
I have lots of them.
do you? Go for it.
Where at?
All
What page?
let me see. I'm still on page 5, my 5.
You're right.
This one's the same.
I got,
Only thing I'm, about the base flood.
Mhm.
You know, if the flood is having 1% chance of being equaled or exceeded in any given year, we're having more of those.
Mm-hmm. True.
So
Yeah, but that's a topic bigger than our
We don't get to
Division
change the-
ordinance,
Yeah, we
right.
don't get to
Yeah.
change the definition.
yeah.
So we can't change that?
It's federally regulated.
As
Well,
identified.
When was this done, when did they redo the FEMA thing? 2021,
19.
19?
Okay.
So the definition doesn't change, the map will change, right? They don't change
Right.
Oh.
what it means.
Right.
They redraw the map based on new information.
Right.
Yeah.
So we go from the 500 year to the 100 year. Or whatever. What's the next step after? I guess, is there one? Is 500 year, then 100
Yeah,
year,
500.
and then
I think it's 105.
once a year?
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
Okay.
So mine, I'm still in the first paragraph, and after, in the 4th sentence where it says natural resources. So we're gonna protection of its human and natural resources. And then I was wondering if we could put something in there about natural features such as large trees, water courses, historical spots, similar community assets, which will add attractiveness and value to the property shall be preserved unless such preservation results in an economic penalty of such magnitude that the development of the land is unfeasible. Just trying to preserve
Preserve the
the
character.
natural features.
And the character of Santa Fe.
Yeah.
I like that.
So like a tree, like a separate tree?
But that's not,
Large trees. Well,
but it's not something that's definitive.
Give you an example, the trees on, I forget what street it is, over there in, Robert Runge Park on that one street down where you've got.
Yeah.
the
Sixth Street, you know, all those.
The canopy and all like that, those streets have been here for centuries. And I think, I'd hate to have somebody come down and cut them down, just for the sake of cutting them down.
but that's not gonna be subdivided more than likely because it's already,
That's true, yeah, okay.
so this would have to be larger lots that,
So I think there is something that can be put in place where if you do take something down like that, then there's some kind of penalty that can be put into place. If you don't either A, go around it, B, relocate it, or C, if you pay the penalty, then that tree can either then be relocated or the fee can be paid to plant that tree somewhere else.
I think Luke City does it.
Mhm.
They have one.
I do think
So I
that
don't
the
know
city does
exactly
it.
how it reads, but it would be worth looking into.
Yeah.
so that would be a separate regulation then?
I'll look at their subdivision ordinance and see if it works into that, but I do think that there is a whole separate tree preservation ordinance.
And it may just be specific to the historical area. So I guess, would we have to specify if that needs to be
I think we need to
Certain
look at what they
areas.
did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just have to put some parameters on, what did the part that you say about economic impact?
Well, I just said natural
They do, they have
features
those.
such as large trees, da-da-da-da-da,
Did you get that from the comprehensive?
will
plan?
add attractiveness and value to the property, or we want to keep that.
Right?
Yes.
Unless such preservation results in an economic penalty of such magnitude the development of the land is unfeasible.
Right, but who gets to determine what the penalty is? Like if I'm developing this property, of
I think
course,
their
as a
ordinance
developer,
Covers that.
does it have,
I think it's specific.
okay,
And I don't think this part being purpose is more like enforcing it. I think it's providing guidance.
mm-hmm,
Like, hey, try to keep the trees and all that kind of stuff that, you know, is character to Santa Fe. This is what we like. I don't know that it's necessarily a requirement until we put it in something else.
I'm just not opposed to a couple development deals, and I'm pretty sure it's League City, and they've got something pretty specific if the developer is they've gotta pay a penalty. It's gotta be relocated. There's some specific things in there
okay.
that makes it to their advantage to either pay the penalty or move the tree or,
Correct.
you know, something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That would be the enforceable part of it. This is more like guidance. And not hardcore, you know, you have to do this.
yeah, and I'm kinda like, the developer will run all over you if you don't put
Something specific.
something specific in there.
Absolutely.
Right, and I'm not
I
for not
appreciate that
putting
you
it.
wanna guide them, but you have to say,
Well, this is the first piece of it.
okay,
This is guiding them, then you would put the enforcement teeth into it
okay,
wherever else it needs to be.
okay,
So when a developer.
Whether it's
comes
separate or part of this.
okay.
to Do whatever to
Yeah, well,
this
I just think
property.
we just look at what they have and see how they put it and where they put it. And
Okay.
it give you no reason to recreate the
Of
village. We
the
can
comprehensive plan and like.
Yeah.
address that.
Hunt that down and find
I know
it
that,
themselves or?
No, I give a whole
process?
One of the dealerships
Okay.
right there in Lake
So
City, I
you'd
think
be
it was a
giving
Toyota
what they're
dealer,
saying,
if I'm not mistaken,
and
it's on
then
the right-hand
like League
side.
City does.
They cut down some trees they weren't supposed to cut down, and they had to pay a big.
And so then that's the responsibility of whoever the engineer or the,
It was one of those dealerships.
read through all of
Well, Bighorn cut down some trees they didn't need to.
Yeah, when somebody comes in for
Was
a
it
big
Bighorn or
development
people
meeting
from before that?
in, like specifically.
Remember when they
along
cut all the big
Woodward,
trees down?
It could have been somebody
or
before.
Even
It was
just a
before that.
But it was,
residential,
it's the.
then they get,
Yeah.
Whoever.
their
Well, they could be a
zoning
Mexican
information,
version.
comprehensive plan
Oh, I like it
information.
too.
They get the
It's pricey,
corridor
but I love
development
it.
requirements, any subdivision requirements that go with
Yes.
it. So they get an entire packet of information and like.
And then they do the drawings and then bring them to us for approved or not.
Yeah, so I give them the entire packet and say, here's all of the information that you're gonna need. You have to do your homework. Now this is on you going forward. So they're responsible, I give them all of the tools and then they're responsible for getting it all together and bringing it back to us.
Kinda encourages people to use local people, because the local people are gonna be more familiar with, not have to keep reinventing the wheel.
Yep.
Okay.
Next.
Then I was wondering if we could add, no, this is probably redundant, but in the general definitions, that first paragraph, just terms not defined herein shall be construed in accordance with their customary usage and meaning in municipal planning and engineering practices. I don't know if we need to say that, but I mean, there's gonna be terms that we don't put in here that we're gonna have to, because we're gonna overlook some that are gonna need a definition. And then can I go on?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then I was wondering if we should define certificate of occupancy, what it is.
On what?
Certificate of occupancy,
What page?
That's defined under the construction. The permits. Like under the regular ordinances portion, the certificate of occupancy is defined because it's also got the,
What page are we
temporary certificate occupancy.
It's not on there, that's what I was
Oh.
saying, should we add it
Oh,
in
I'm sorry.
there? So you're saying it's in the regular code of
Like-
ordinances?
I think it's like chapter 3 under construction. So it's not gonna be in this section that's printed out, but in our,
But we didn't say that the articles except the zoning ordinance are included. We didn't say any other definitions would be. That says, it should be noted that the definitions contained in Article 2 of the Santa Fe zoning ordinance are incorporated as a part of this ordinance by this reference thereto. It doesn't talk about any other code being adopted. Maybe that's what we should do, is go back to the other one then. Because, I mean, it's not in the zoning definitions. I don't think, unless I've overlooked it.
no, I mean in the, like under our code of ordinances.
The building code?
Yeah, our
or
building
whatever.
code. It's under our construction definitions. It's got the certificate of occupancy and temporary certificate of occupancy listed there.
Okay. But we haven't adopted that in this subdivision ordinance, so I wonder, I mean, does it still apply? Because we're giving definitions here in the subdivision ordinance. We are adopting the zoning definitions by reference, but we haven't said we're using any other definitions. I don't care.
Wouldn't it just be easier to just say for any other definitions not included, just reference XYZ?
Okay, then I was wondering if we should define an amended plat, a development meeting, a cul-de-sac. If we should go into detail about easements, if they're access easements, aerial easements, utility easements. I don't know if there's a need for that, or if that just encompasses everything, if that's good enough.
What about any stuff that's typically kind of more rural?
Easement covers everything.
Okay. They were defined in other subdivision ordinances, so that's why I was asking.
The access, I think, would be good to add in there. Because I have come across several where we've had access to landlocked properties, but then we've also had access that's strictly to pipeline. So that, just a couple different things that I've run across, it probably wouldn't hurt.
Easements?
Yeah.
There's just several types of easements, and so I didn't know if it would. And I think we may have to revisit this after we get completely through the ordinance, because I don't remember what all is in the ordinance, and maybe we haven't defined it.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And that's absolutely why I started out at the beginning with, this is gonna be a process that we will go
Yeah.
through with a labor of love.
I have no idea what this note means. Tract, I think we need to, there's several places where tract is mentioned, T-R-A-C-T.
Is that not a word? No, it's a word.
It is a word.
That's a tract of land.
But we don't have it,
Oh,
means a parcel of land.
Yeah, but do you think, I mean, are you supposed to be defining every word? Or
No,
just
but
the words that are specific to, like in this particular case, where did I just see it?
You can't define every.
You
Right.
can't define everything, but I mean, seriously, a sidewalk, we're defining a sidewalk.
Oh, I see what you're saying, and we're defining a sidewalk,
But we're not gonna
but we're
tell them
not
what a tract of
what a
land
tract of
is.
land is.
Tract.
So either we need to get rid of some of these definitions.
I'm just trying to come up with the ones that are used most often
Mhm.
that, you know, like, I know what a certificate of occupancy is.
Mm-hmm.
Most people probably do, but
I think you can look up some of it. I mean, it just.
that's why I wanna
Yeah.
put that note in there about terms that aren't included here or the normal municipal planning and engineering terms.
Mm-hmm.
That way, if it's not covered.
Would it maybe just kind of be terms that are considered, like if a Yankee was to come down here or something, or a northerner person come down here and be like, what is that? You know, cause we have quirky terms. I mean, I guess they do too, but I don't know. I mean, most of them are pretty, I don't know, I didn't know what a stream channel was, but.
And in subdivision, it's kind of vague. Division of any lot, tract, parcel of land into 2 or more parts. So,
I think that term gets everybody shook up when you use it because they think subdivision means a 50
big
acre.
one.
Development,
Yeah.
yeah. Mhm.
but I mean, what if it's just a division of ownership? What if they're not gonna sell it or develop it? What if they just wanna transfer it to a kid?
It's still a subdivision though.
Mhm.
But it doesn't say
It could
that.
be,
What do you mean it doesn't say?
Division of any lot, tract, or parcel of land into 2 or more parts for the purpose of sale or building development.
Mm.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
doesn't say anything about just,
Renting, leasing,
Or wanna
transfer,
give it to my
division of
kids.
ownership.
Yeah, my neighbor did that.
I don't know, I just think that could be more clear.
Or even for tax purposes, I mean, there's a million reasons why you.
I think the division of any lot for any reason. Into 2 or more parts.
But
Yeah.
it says,
It doesn't need to say purpose of
but that's
sale.
what it says, for the purpose of sale or building development. That's what it says.
I think that's what gets everybody shook up because they see where it says subdivision and then they don't realize that you could be doing something different with it.
Yeah, it's like I wanna just subdivide it and give this one to my kid and this one to my kid.
Mhm.
So then
Still a
just
subdivision.
say delete the
In 2 or
part
more
of-
parts.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
then
but-
stop it there.
But you're giving it to a kid and later it's gonna be sold, I mean, it becomes a separate lot that can be sold later, it can be, whatever. So, it's, just cause you're giving it to your kid doesn't mean it's gonna stay that way.
No, it's not gonna say that
Yeah.
way, but you're still gonna need to subdivide it if you're gonna put it in somebody else's
Yeah.
name.
Yeah.
But that's not what this says.
I have seen the further definition that explains by meets and bounds for designation to another individual or for sale.
Or even if you have it as a larger lot, you can split it into 2 lots.
We may look at something.
I just think it needs to be broadened because it went for purpose of sale or building
And
know,
that's it.
and that's it? No, it's more encompassing that.
And
It's
I
just
think you
division
go-
of land.
And I think it's for
Even-
building development or division of land.
Tax.
I
I mean,
think
even if-
without anything to do with about sale.
My neighbor
But you
did.
gotta leave it for development, I think. And.
Well, it is for
or-
building development, it is for
Yeah.
sale.
Yeah.
But it's for other things as well.
But I don't think you need to put necessarily have sale in it.
One that I ran across that was, the people had built on one piece and they had done a meets and bounds division and the people had been using it for the last 40 years just for hay. And that's the only way that anybody that's been alive has ever known that, was that it had been divided for hay. So when they got ready to sell it, they were like, oh yeah, it's been divided. Well, it was a big fight when they got ready to sell it because it was all one parcel and needed to be platted, but they had only ever known it as 2 parcels of land. And so it shook everybody up when we had to plat it because it had been 2 separate parcels of land and had only ever been a meets and bounds subdivision. So that is very confusing for people when we have to go through that process. I'm not anybody's favorite person when we have to have that conversation, but it is something that we have to do to be compliant. So
Well, I think we either need to expand on this or take out for the purpose.
Yeah.
It's just the dividing lots. whatever.
I think you can just,
Yeah, cause
Take out
my
for the
neighbor
purpose.
did it for tax reasons, and then the man who was on the other part, he died and he had a trust, so, yeah, they did it for tax reasons, not for, they didn't sell it, they didn't do anything with it, it just sits there, kind of a waste.
And that's
honestly.
fine if they wanna come do it, but when people come in and we tell them they have to do it, they're like, well, I'm not gonna sell it or build on it, I just wanna give it to my kid. We like,
Or he
still have
just,
to
like
do
in
it.
his case, he just didn't wanna be taxed at the
Well-
rate
well,
for
you
the
have two
big
different
house.
things when you're talking about the tax office and doing a plat. I mean, I have 4 acres,
Mhm.
and when we bought it, it was 3 different tracts.
Uh-huh.
Well, when we turned 65, we turned it into one, so I can get the 65 on all 3 of them at the tax
Oh.
office.
Yeah.
But I don't have to change anything on the plat for myself. If I wanted to develop it that way or sell it off in different pieces, that'd be
Oh,
different.
so you didn't have to
Not to do the taxes.
Okay.
You just go to the tax office.
But did you have to come in here to
No.
do? Oh,
No, now if I was gonna sell it, I'd have to, like that, I'd have to do something, but
oh, well, he came in here.
you
That's
can change your
interesting.
tax office account numbers for tax purposes without changing.
Well, so then maybe he was doing it to sell it. Anyway, okay, I don't know, yeah,
Yeah.
okay. Would it help you in what you're doing to remove for the purpose of? To where people don't get the, all worked
Think
up?
that it's tied only to a sale?
Yeah,
Not necessarily. It's such a,
seems like it'd make it less confusing.
it's confusing anyways because it's such a touchy thing because plating is such an extensive and expensive process that a lot of people don't understand. So there is no way that I'm ever going to be the good guy in that process when I tell somebody they have to do it when they're not expecting it. So it doesn't matter how we change it. It's always going to be a shock factor when you're not expecting it.
Right.
But there are things that we could do to take some of that shock factor away and help
If we
explain
can
that.
enhance it, that would be great.
Yeah, we can help a little bit.
That's all for definitions.
It slacker.
That's all?
That's all.
And I only went through 3,
Thank
but I
you
noticed
so
the
much
minutes
for
said
reading
4.
It was wrong. We said 3.
Good, because I barely got through 3.
Yeah.
So
no,
what
we
page
said
are we
3.
getting to now?
Page 8 of 56.
Oh my gosh.
I know you're right.
56 is not all the way, so.
Yeah.
Janet, can I scan your stuff before you leave, please?
Sure, you can have it. I'm not gonna sleep with it. I mean, I've just got I've got a mess, but some of it's just, when I was reading it, I was,
It's like medication for insomnia.
yeah. I decided to dust my living room and between this, that's how I didn't wanna read it. I hate to dust.
Anything on page 8?
Okay, so
Oh, yeah.
Article 3 is responsibility.
Wait, where are you?
Article,
Middle of the page.
yeah, Article 3.
Are we on page 8 or?
Yes.
Yeah, we're on
Seven.
Page 8. Yeah, it starts here
Oh.
and then goes through to here.
Whoops.
3.1 goes over my job.
Hmm.
Anyone have any questions, concerns?
Yeah, who's the development officer? Is that you?
That's me.
I'm confused with where things were in here.
It's me by proxy, and then if I don't want to make a call on something, then it's Mr. Collins back there.
They share that role.
We do.
You know, if the development officer is examining the building permits, why are we paying for third-party review? That's a sticking factor for me when it comes to paying for a building permit. That can even be a rhetorical question, because it's frustrating that you pay for a stamped set of drawings, You bring them here to get a building permit where it says the building officer shall examine all building permits applications, and then we now pay for an additional plan review. You don't even have to answer it because we've gone over it before.
Yeah.
But as
I
a,
wanna hear the answer.
well, I know that it's all everybody working together, I get that, but if I'm gonna do that, don't force me to go get a windstorm stamped drawing. And I'm not talking about you, I'm talking about the city of Santa Fe says you have to have this. You go and you get it, and then now we're gonna charge you for plan review. That's, in my opinion, you're just double dipping. Not you, I have to quit saying you.
But I
'cause
think you're
people
looking
think you
for
and I
different-
like go at it. The city of Santa Fe is charging you for something that you already have.
I think it's different. And the reason I think it's different is because you're looking for different things. An engineer or a stamped set of drawings are looking for certain things. We're making sure that it's in compliance with our regulations. They're not making sure it's in compliance with our regulations.
I can kind of agree with that, except for the fee of what you're charging
Okay.
is
fee's the problem.
significantly more than a person who has an engineer stamp, what they're charging. So if you have, if you're looking for code, why are we paying so much for third-party review for these handful of items to make sure it's in line with the city's specs when an engineer from the state of Texas isn't even charging that?
So it's the fee that mostly is the problem and
Sure.
not necessarily the process.
Sure.
So we can address that because fees aren't really addressed in here. But
So-
we can address that.
My question comes from, do we need to change the way this reads and what it is that we're looking for? When it says the development officer shall examine all building permits, what is it that you're looking for? Because to me, when I see that, that's what that means. If they're examining all building permit applications, well then why am I getting charged for third-party review? So we either need to adjust this, adjust the fees. What is it that we're doing here?
So when,
Not everybody gets a third-party review, is that correct?
as the development officer, when I get it, I make sure you're compliant with all of your zoning. I make sure your corridor development is good to go. I make sure your setbacks are good to go. I don't look at your building plans. It either goes to the building official or the plan reviewer, which this is Miss Belinda. She's our new in-house plan reviewer. But those are the people that are looking at it. I'm not gonna look you in the face and tell you that I can look at your building plans and tell you if they're 100% compliant or not. I try my best, but I don't know for sure off the top of my head. The other stuff, I can do that all day long. I do that in my sleep. But that's what I look at. I make sure you're good with this stuff. The other stuff, I trust that she's got that and that she knows what she's doing on that part of it to be compliant with every single bit of that code. But I'm not certified in that part of it. That's what
So
she's
when
here
does
for.
it get sent to a third-party review?
So if it's a house that's coming in, I make sure you're good and that you're in your box that you're supposed to be in and that you can put everything in that box that you're supposed to be in.
Mhm.
And then she makes sure that everything that's going in that box is gonna be safe for people to inhabit.
And if she can't, then it goes to a third-party review?
So the third party reviewer was because we didn't have anybody to
Okay.
do residential, so now I do them, so they shouldn't go to third party anymore.
So
Okay,
what
but
about,
what about commercial?
Is that?
Commercial.
wait a
I
minute,
don't.
wait a minute.
So those
What
are-
about those of us who paid a third-party fee?
Was it for commercial or residential?
No, it was residential.
So the fee is still the same. What we had talked about when we did our agenda setting, we're gonna discuss the plan review fee, about adjusting that going forward because we do have somebody in-house now.
Okay.
That's a council call.
So can we put some sort of verbiage in here to explain what we just talked about? However you want to write that up so that we know what the difference is, because the way this reads, it is as if my plans come to your desk and it says shall examine all building permits. So do we need to expand on what's happening so that a way it's more clear?
But then it goes and says that you're certifying the proposed construction, moving, alteration, and use complies with the provisions of this ordinance. You think that should be expanded more?
I think the part where it says the building permit applications.
But it's telling you what they're looking for in those applications.
That they comply with this ordinance. So this section B is not talking about the actual construction part of your building permits.
Well, this is for the subdivision.
That's what
So-
she's saying, is that what this section right here is talking about is that you're going over these drawings. So when it says building permits, you don't need a building permit.
But you've got for your actual subdivision. So when I bring
So if
it,
somebody come and filled out a subdivision application is what you're talking about.
yeah,
in
when I
this
bring it to you
instance.
guys, if we, like, with the final subdivision plat that we just got, if they would have had infrastructure, then by the time I get it to you guys, you have to trust that I've got our engineer signed off on it, that all of their zoning is good, that we've had WCID, DD1, that all of our boxes are checked before I ever get it to you. That's all the permits that I have to look at and check off.
So I guess more of what I'm asking about is gonna be later in the construction part
Yes.
of the ordinance.
So you're talking about when the actual walls go up
Yes.
and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, that part.
Yeah.
And that's not the content of what this B was written in. It's talking about specifically
It's
to the subdivision.
Specifically
Yeah.
subdivision.
Okay, well, we'll put a pin in that and we'll discuss it at a later time.
Yeah, I
We'll
think
sell
the fee
tickets
is
for that
another.
one later on.
No, there's no need for tickets.
We're breaking it in sections.
Okay. Where's the next break?
We're going to 3.4.
Okay. Stomach can only tolerate.
We can call it whenever y'all are ready.
I'm
It's
ready.
not-
Are you ready to move on?
No, I'm ready.
You're ready to call it? We're going home?
Yeah.
I do have one question, and I don't know if we want to do it tonight or what, it's on 3.7 building permits, D. It says a permit for the placement of a manufactured home or other structures. What is the other structures? Because, like we talked about the other day, we've got tiny homes out there, we've got RVs, and they're a different classification than motorhomes.
Mhm.
So is that what this is covering, or is that something else?
Being like a shed or
Well, what you're talking about is a building permit for an unplatted, something that's unplatted.
a.
So this provision only applies to the following classifications of building permits. So that's what you're talking about then.
Didn't we vote on something a few months, several months ago about manufactured homes?
Something, but I don't remember.
Yeah.
No, I'm just trying to figure out, since we got more than manufactured homes. Cause that's one classification, you got trailers, the old fashioned trailers, that's another classification. You got these new tiny homes, that's really different classification. And RVs, each one's got a different classification. So, if, do we need a permit to put an RV?
I don't think they're allowed.
They're not
Or,
allowed.
a tiny home. I'm saying, we need to expand this, or say except for, or something like that, to get these other different types of homes put in there. Because, if somebody wants to, put on a trailer, they need a permit.
But I think this is not addressing that.
It's
This
not,
is talking about unplatted land. And if someone who makes an application for a building permit on an unplatted lot,
I
then
got
you're
you.
making them plat
I
it
got you.
unless,
I got you. I
That,
forgot,
so-
I forgot the unplatted part.
yeah, so
Sorry about that.
that's okay.
I
mean, that's the way I read it.
I'm getting tired, I guess I was running
Yeah, I
it
was-
all in together instead
Yeah,
of,
I
this
was-
is one part and that's A, B, C, D.
Yeah.
But I would say we would either need to either further define other structure or remove other structure probably.
Yeah, same,
further
same
define a
issue
little.
there as the earlier part. Yeah. Yeah, because that could be too willy-nilly,
Yeah.
and it could create a lot of room for argument.
I mean,
You
you've
know,
got
what-
accessory structure already up there, so maybe you could just remove other structure. I can't think of what it would be right now.
Now, that would be something
think
that
that's
I
what
would
it's-
say would need to be defined too.
What would it be?
What would it apply to?
That gray area does leave a lot of room for argument.
Yeah,
What, a greenhouse?
yeah,
You
we,
know-
we don't have accessory structure defined on here, that's
Like a
like,
greenhouse for your house, when you put your plants in?
yeah,
Is
or,
that-
I mean, somebody could even argue that like our garden shed is a structure, or one of our chicken houses that's a really pain in the butt to move.
I think that's an accessory structure.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then what would define it, cause two of them are on wheels. So,
So we'll stop at 3.2.
Yes.
Yes.
Do we have a plan on where we want to get through next time?
I think we take it to the 2-hour mark and see how far we get. What do you think about that?
Well,
So I think we need to finish 3.
Finish 3.
Or until Miss Janet starts dusting?
Well, I'll start what?
Until you start
Dusting.
dusting again?
when I used to
No.
have cats, it was cleaning the litter box.
Okay, so we'll finish 3. That'll be our goal for the next time.
Is that all we're gonna do? 3?
That'll be our,
4 is not that big.
I would say till like 2 hours and see
Yeah.
how far we get.
But I wanna review it before I get there. You want me to just keep going?
Yeah.
Well, 4 is not that much, so
I wanna know where I have to get
You
to.
could say 2 hours or this.
So maybe 3 and 4 until we get to 2 hours.
Yeah. Whatever comes first.
Yeah,
I
so I'm not going to 5.
4's kind of hefty.
Is it?
It is a little hefty.
4's a little hefty. We'll give ourselves a Thanksgiving treat. Let's go.
slowly but surely.
Do we need a,
Oh, what is the forms part?
do we need a motion to
Isn't
adjourn?
that more
I make a
your,
motion, I make a motion.
Lindsay already did that.
your department?
We're the ones.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
All in favor?
Aye.
8:08.
Okay.
Okay, if anybody has notes, can I scan them?